Good morning. I'm so glad to have you back for another week of preschool. Thank you for joining me. I sure miss you guys. Okay, well, we're going to get started right away. Now, what do we start with? Our Pledge of Allegiance. Good. Okay, let's get out our right hand and place it on our heart and look at the flag. Here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead and work on our calendar now. Now, who remembers what month we're in? Can you guys remember? It starts with an A, and it comes after March. January, February, March, and April. Good, we're in April. This is April. And today is Tuesday, April 7th. So let's count up to that number. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. And you guys see what we have right here? We have a birthday tomorrow. He knows who he is, and we'll celebrate him tomorrow. All right, but today is Tuesday, April 7th. Good job. Okay. Now, actually, why don't we sing our Days of the Week song? We'll start with English, and then we'll do Spanish, okay? Here we go. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Domingo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado. Good. Okay, now let's sing our months of the year, okay? Who remembers what the first month of the year is? When you start out a brand new year, what is that month called? It's the first month in the song. Do you remember? January. Good. All right, here we go. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Good. Okay, now it is the beginning of a new week, so we have new things to learn today. All right, so let's go ahead and look at what we have to learn today. Our shape is a new shape. Well, you guys have had it before, but I'm going to show it to you. Who remembers what this is? Do you remember what that's called? That is called a diamond. It's sometimes called a rhombus. But usually if you ask somebody, what shape is this? They'll say, oh, that's a diamond. So if you hear diamond or rhombus, it's the same shape, but it looks like this. It kind of looks like somebody took a square and went and kind of smushed it a little bit and tilted it to this side. It's called a diamond. Okay, diamond, good. Okay, now this number. We have a new number this week, and it's a big one. You guys ready? Who knows what number this is? A 2 and a 0 put together. What number does that make? 20. Can you guys say 20? This is what a 20 looks like. Good. And next week, this is the last number we're going to do in order. Next week, we're going to count by tens. We're going to practice that again. But this is a 20. Good. Okay, now let's review our letters for the week. We have 3 new letters. Well, they're actually not new letters. They're letters you already know, but they are the lowercase letters. All right, so let's see if you guys know what this first one is right here. What letter is this? This is the lowercase J. J, like James. James, do you have a J at the beginning of your name? You do, except it's a capital J, huh? Because names always start with a capital letter. But this is the lowercase j, and the J says J. Good. The J says J. The J says J. Every letter makes a sound. The J says J. Good. Okay. What is this letter? This is a lowercase letter, and it says K. like Carly. Yeah. Now, this is the letter K. This is a lowercase k. And let's sing our song. The K says K. The K says K. Every letter makes a sound. The K says K. Good. Okay. Now we've got one more letter. This one is so tricky because this one could be, if I showed you this and said, what letter is this? You guys would say, that's a line, or that's a number 1, or that's a capital I. It could be a bunch of things, huh? But this is actually a lowercase letter, and it is the lowercase L. Remember the big L? The capital L has a little line that goes right there. Like that. Had to make sure I wasn't drawing it backwards. But the lowercase L is just one line, huh? Okay, and the lowercase L says ol. Good. It's the same sound that the capital L has, huh? Good. The L says ol. The L says ol. Every letter makes a sound. The L says ol. Good. Okay, so let's review again. What is this letter? This is the letter J, and it says J. Good. This is the letter K, and it says K. Good. And this is the letter L, and its sound is ol. Good job. Okay. Now, for the afternoon class, let's review some of our words. We've done these 3 words before. We're going to review them. Okay? What is this word right here? M-E spells me. Me. She went to the store for me. Good. Okay. What about this word right here? We've done this one before. It's O-N-E, and it spells the word one, like the number 1. Okay? 1, O-N-E. Good. Okay, then we have one more. What is this word? F-O-R. It spells 4. 4. Now that's different than the number 4. They're spelled different. This is the word for, as in she went to the store for me. Okay, does that make sense? For, F-O-R. Good. Okay, it's time to do our worksheets. So the first worksheet for this, for this week, is going to be the purple things worksheet. Okay, so dig through your folder, look through your folder until you find this paper, and this one is really easy. You guys have probably done one like this before. I know you've done one like this before. I don't know if you've done purple one before. Hopefully not. But first, you're going to start by writing your name at the very top. There's no place for your name or a line, but you can just write your name at the top. Then you're going to grab a purple crayon. Okay, grab a purple crayon or even a purple marker or a purple pen, and you're going to color everything on this list that is purple. Now, this first crayon right here is a purple crayon, so you're going to color it purple. Then what about grapes? Are grapes purple? Yes, they are. So we're going to color the grapes purple. What about toothpaste? Is toothpaste purple? No, not usually. What about a lobster? Is a lobster purple? No, he's red. What about that flower right there? Flowers can be purple. Yep, you can color that red, that purple. What about balloons? Can balloons be purple? Yep. So you can color that balloon purple. And what about cherries? Are cherries purple? No, they're red. So you're going to color only the things that are purple. Good job. Okay, your next worksheet is going to be this Boxes of Fun worksheet. And this one's really easy. First, don't forget to write your name at the top. And then all you're going to do is you're going to look at this shape. And it kind of looks like a box, a heart-shaped box, right? This box needs a lid. So you are going to look over here and you're going to look at all the lids and try to find the lid that matches that box. So this one looks like what? Is that a heart? So we're going to look over here at the lids and see if we can find a heart that is a lid. Do you see the lid down there? So all you're going to do is take a pencil or a crayon and draw a line from here down to here. And then do the same thing with the rest. Find the circle lid, the rectangle lid, the square lid, and the triangle lid. And draw lines to match them up. Okay? Good job. Okay. Your next worksheet is going to be your 20 worksheet. This is the number 20. So you're going to practice writing the number 20. Okay, so it's a 2 and a 0. So you're going to start here and you're going to go, let's see if my little finger will do it better. It's going to go here, around, and then across the bottom. Okay, you're going to bump around straight on the bottom. And then your 0 is just a 0. Okay, then you're going to try writing some of your own on this line, okay? All right. There actually used to be some really, really faint ones there, but it looks like they disappeared. So you're just going to have to write your own. And then this, you're just going to color the number 20. But if you want to practice with your finger tracing the 2 and the 0, you can do that too, and then write your 20s up here, but color this one as well, okay? Then down here, you're gonna count to 20, okay? Just like we do on the calendar, you're just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just like that, you're just gonna point and count and see if you can count clear up to the number 20. All right, good job. Okay, we have one more worksheet for today, and it's this one. This one is a little bit fun, but you're gonna need some scissors, and if you have some glue, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down here, and you're gonna cut out these 6 little pictures, okay? You've got socks, a puppy, a turtle, a hat, a fish, and a scarf, okay? You're gonna cut out those 6 things so that they're all separate. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up here, and this column here is for clothing, and this one here is for pets. So you're going to take your little items down here, and you're going to place them where they belong. If it's clothing, you're going to put them in here, okay? And if it's a pet, you can put it in here. So let me ask you, would a hat fall under the clothing area or the pets area? What do you think? A hat. Would a hat be clothing or pet? Yeah, a hat would be, oof, the camera's having a problem. The hat would be clothing, so you would glue it or set it right there, okay? And then you just keep going until you've done them all. Try to sort them into the column they belong, clothing or pets. Okay, guys. We are going to review again the things we're learning this week. If you were sitting here in class and we were eating our snacks, I would point to the board and I would say, okay guys, somebody tell me what these letters are. Okay, so we're going to review our letters first. What is this first letter right here? That is the letter J, and it says J. Good, then what's this letter? It is the letter K, and it says K. And then we have this letter here. It's the letter L, and it says L. Good job. Okay, what shape is this? Do you remember? It is a diamond. Good. And what color is that? That's a hard color to see. It's really dark. It's the same color as that Y and that S. Oh, and the diamond. What color is that? Purple. Good. All right, and then this really big number. What is that number? Do you guys remember? 20. Good job. Okay, let's review our sight words for the afternoon class. What's this word? 4. Good. Then what's this one? Oh, I just gave you the answer. What is this word? It is the word 1. Okay, and then this last one here? Me. Good job, guys. Okay, so I am going to read you guys a story now. And And the story is going to be about, I'm going to have you guys guess, okay? It's going to be about what we're going to be learning about this whole week. And it is going to be about a specific mammal. Do you guys remember when we learned about mammals? Mammals were the animals that have hair and give birth to live animals and feed their animals milk. Do you guys remember that? So it's a specific type of mammal, and they have big bushy tails, and they live in trees, and they love to eat nuts. Do you guys know what this book is going to be about? All right, it's going to be about squirrels. And you know what's so funny about this book that I'm going to read you? It is super huge. Look how big this is. This is such a big book. Do you see the picture of the squirrels on the front? Whoa, I can barely hold it. Do you see the squirrels on the front? There's one and there's one. Do those look familiar? Have you guys ever seen anything like that before? They live in trees. All right, I'm going to read this story to you. You ready? It's called Squirrels All Year Long. All right. It's spring and Mother Squirrel builds a nest in a tree. You see the mommy squirrel? Squirrel babies are born in the nest. I'm trying to get this lined up so you can see it better. There we go. See the squirrel babies? Aww. The mother feeds them with her milk. Soon, the babies begin to find their own food. It's summer, and the squirrels scamper around. They balance on tree branches, telephone wires, and even clotheslines. They leap through the air. They feast on fruit and seeds. It's fall. The squirrels grow thick, warm coats. They crack open nuts and acorns with their sharp teeth. Can you guys see those super sharp teeth? Look at those teeth. They hide food for the winter. Sometimes they steal food from bird feeders. It's winter. The squirrels use their tails to keep warm in their dens. And to keep warm outdoors. They leave footprints in the snow. Look right there. Can you guys see that? See that footprint right there? Kind of almost looks like like a puppy left it or something, huh? They eat the nuts they buried in the fall and wait for spring to come again. Aren't they cute? The end. Okay, now we're going to do something kind of fun. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to go to your craft bag and I want you to pull out something that looks like this. Do you guys see something that kind of looks like this? It looks like a brown cup, and inside you're going to have this little guy. Now, this, do you guys know what this is? This is a squirrel. And normally I would have had you guys help me make these, but I wasn't sure what craft things you had at home, and I wanted to make sure that everybody was able to have their squirrel ready to go. So I went ahead and glued it all for you. So all you have to do is make sure that the little stick is inside the little hole at the bottom. Okay? Now, because squirrels live in trees, this is your little squirrel that's inside of his tree. What you can do if you have it is ask your mommy for a black marker if you have one, or you can use a black crayon and you could draw some little lines on your little tree. I drew a little hole right here. It looks like a little hole because you know how squirrels live in holes in trees. So I drew one of those on there, and then you have your little squirrel in your little tree. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a little silly squirrel dance party. So if you're ready, get your squirrel ready, and I'm going to play our squirrel song, okay? And we're just going to have our little squirrels dance. Are you guys ready? Okay. Get your squirrel ready. Okay, now if you've had a chance to decorate your cup and make it like you want it, and you don't have to color on it if you don't want. If you don't want the tree trunk lines or the little hole, that's okay. But if you've got your little tree cup ready and your little squirrel inside, we're going to go ahead and do our squirrel dance party, okay? Are you guys ready? Everybody get this ready, and you can play this a couple times. If your mommies or daddies want to look this up for you, it's a song you can find on YouTube. It's called Squirrel, Squirrel, Squirrel by Perry Grip, or you can even tell Alexa to play the squirrel song and she'll play it for you. All right, so here you go. Squirrel, 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 Okay, now I'm going to read you a story by Fiona Robertson. It's called A Tale of Two Beasts. And this story is fun because, or this book is fun because it actually has two books in one. Okay, here we go. All right, the first one is called A Tale of Two Beasts, Part 1, The Strange Beast. I was walking home from Grandma's house through the deep, dark woods when I spied a strange little beast. He was stuck up in a tree and whining sadly. So I decided to rescue him. I will call him Fang, I told him, and I wrapped him warmly up in my scarf and I carried him safely home. I gave him a lovely bath and a gorgeous new hat and sweater and a delicious bowl of fresh nuts. I made him a beautiful house and gave him Lord Rex to play with. I took him out for lots of long walkies to keep him fit and healthy. And I showed him off to all of my friends who loved him nearly as much as I did. But for some strange reason, the little beast did not look very happy. In fact, he was looking rather hot. I hope he's not sick, I thought, and I opened the window to cool him down. But then something terrible happened. He threw off his clothes, he leapt out the window, and ran away as fast as he could, back to the deep, dark woods. I wanted to go and look for him, but Mama had other plans. Dinner time. Ugh. Bath time. Ugh. Bedtime. Grr. And I couldn't sleep. I missed the little beast, and I wondered if I would ever see him again. But then a small furry shadow appeared at the foot of my bed. The strange little beast had returned. He seemed quite pleased to see me, and I began to think that maybe, just maybe, he wasn't that strange after all. I wondered why he came back. Okay, now the second story, A Tale of Two Beasts, Part 2, The Terrible Beast. I was hanging from my favorite tree, singing happily to the birds when tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. I was ambushed by a terrible beast. Gruff. She growled at me, and she tied me up, and she carried me off to her secret lair. She made me disgustingly clean, and she dressed me up in a ridiculous hat and sweater, and tried to make me eat squirrel food. She kept me in a tiny box with nothing for me to do and nowhere for me to hang from. She made me walk backwards and forwards and backwards again for no reason whatsoever. She showed me off to a herd of even wilder beasts who were just as terrible as she was. I had had enough. I made a cunning plan and put it straight into action. Free once more! I raced back to the deep, dark woods before the terrible beast could catch me. Woohoo! It was peaceful in the deep, dark woods. A bit too peaceful, perhaps. And also a bit wet. In weather like this, one could do with a nice warm hat. I snuck back to retrieve it under cover of darkness. The terrible beast was waiting for me. She seemed quite pleased to see me, and I began to think that maybe, just maybe, she wasn't that terrible after all.